So now it says that now we are on. So yeah, we are on and moving. So as I said, like it reaches a point of critical thinking where you actually don't need anything else first. But now what is considered like anything is like taking a step like forward for you to achieve something that still like encompasses to this whole paradigm of things. Let's take an example, right? Let's say you're someone who like likes exploring like different topics. I mean, remember like the topic I said is something close to critical thinking. I don't know. It must be something around those ends, or probably it is something that is on those ends. And yeah, hey, look at that new vest. Oh, this one, the flannel and shit, the timepiece there. Oof, can tell. So yeah, as I was saying, like, so you reach that point where the only thing that is needed or that is required for you is to first have like an understanding of something without even considering like, okay, what can you do right now? Like right now, what can you put under or over like whatever you are doing? You know, it all comes and adds up to one big thing that makes sense, right? Yeah. So now, am I yawning? And I've just taken coffee right now. So these are the small things that keep me still in check. I'm like, hey, see, I just took coffee like a minute ago, and I start cross-checking myself every single time. Now that means like everything that is happening like right now, like I have like to cross-check back again with myself. Oh, I'm stuck in this whole like, okay, this is it, right? If I have like to come or like measure, mostly I call it an idea or probably something that is still there, but mostly like you don't even have the biggest advantage of it all, but you're just there, right? As I say now, this is like it's something that is not written, but it's like there's a written law of actually nature that is there that you have to follow or probably play around with it every single day. And now it all encompasses to one big thing. You know, it comes and makes sense now to you. Like it opens up like a future beyond that, or like a mental image of that thing that you wanted now. Like considering back, like you can like circle back all the years that you have been like doing this thing. Okay, coming up with a plan, the ideas, the system, and you actually now coming to extinguish or not extinguish like putting off, right? Like you coming and being actively involved in the process of accomplishing the task. I mean, it sounds like a bit like something that is off gone or something that is just there. I mean, this is my laptop that I'm looking straight through the camera right there, and then there's me now who is recording this whole shit, which doesn't matter at some point, but it reaches a point where like you just have like to capture every single moment of this whole living, right? Yeah, I know it's a bit crazy because like it has like steps to it. So there's the beginner stage, like there's the intermediate one, and now there's the top floor, right? And now most people consider them the top floor bosses, like with a little like amount of cash that they get. Now they're like, okay, now I have this amount of money, so now I will need now like to cut off like on my operations, which actually took me to that position because now I've attained it. Now it's like the comfort zone, right? And now looking back, that's like the top dog, which now you create that scenario like in your head, right? Yeah, now you just like do that, and now there's now the middle one, right? This one most people don't even count. It's like everyday thing. Like even if you don't feel like doing it, this is the guy or the person who always does it. Like he's always there on. But now sometimes they consider themselves low. sometimes when the business is too good, some days they consider themselves the biggest, even bigger than the rest. You know, that's why now they come on remain at that same level. I call it the sea level, right? I remember sea level is like once you're watching it from like an horizon or something, you just see it is like it reaches a point where everything is all flattened out. Like this is the only thing that is there. You know, it's not the guy who's down here, right? Who's just there. He has no clue of anything. He has no clue of if either anything happens or if something actually is happening right now. Like that one doesn't exist on this other side, right? This is the clueless one. But now, the only time that he's not clueless is that when he's doing things, he knows there's some things that he must do. It doesn't matter. I mean, it comes off like unconsciously, right? Or subconsciously. That was the term that I was looking for. So now he measures in all those terms now. I'm trying to explain this one in a very simple money terms. So that now you can measure, because the topic of like middle class, upper class, and the lower class, like it has been so profound that that's the control tool now that they use. So now when you are told like on this level, you have to act like according to that level, because if you don't now, I mean you're going to like kind of disband you or like put you in a place that you don't belong, or a place that the rest of you guys belong to, without actually considering like the bigger picture, what really is the main purpose of you being cornered or being displayed as this type of a person. Because that's the only thing that now in their heads has identity, right? So now, yeah, once I control your identity, I control you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are. That's why I'm saying, like, the reason why you watch these videos, because probably I touched on a topic that was so sensitive, or someone put the idea in you that, okay, you belong here, and because I said so, so you must play by my games, right? So now you are just there, okay, you know nothing. But again, remember Bubba said that you have to remain on that lane, right? So even if you try to stretch with the biggest perimeter of it all, you still remain in that length, and that's how it perceives you. It doesn't matter if like you upgrade your financial status now, as I was saying, because again, the money control tool, right? The money term that they use, which is actually true, right? Yeah, but now it's like the money control tool or the term like goes with them. It's like a stage of it, like a life purpose of it, or something that is just there. You can't just tell, or anyhow, like how you got yourself mixed up in that mix of cocoon and all these things, all this identity now. It's like you take something like someone who has like a crazy mentality of like experience in life, and then now you tell them, okay, this is the good thing that you are doing, but the only thing that you need to understand or to change on this behavior is this and that. It's not that they're telling you, okay, I saw your problems and these are the solutions I provided for you. No, that was not the case, right? Remember here, that's not the main basic like the idea for you to reach. The idea is, okay, I have to control you like right now, so that now in future or probably later on, when you no longer identify with it, I'll just call you by something that is called like muscle memory. So now once you hear it, I just let it out like a call, right? There is an analogy where they say when you're controlling like a dog, you just use a bell, right? You ring the bell. It doesn't matter how many dings that are there. Maybe probably once every single day at that time. Another dog will be like all programmed like to that system. It doesn't matter where the dog is. It doesn't matter what the dog does. It doesn't matter what type of dog it is. It's like the beginning or actually the main cause of dogs right now. I mean, yeah, that's how I was talking about with some other guy the other time, and they were saying he used to love working in this dead end job. And then it was like he really wanted to quit it every single day, but he just couldn't in any way. So now it was like, now the analogy that I just used now back then come and display this whole thing, that like he was put in a that category of being identified as such. And now nowadays they tell you are like you're the most hardworking person, or you inhibit this kind of trait, right? Oh, we know you now, so now we don't need to worry about you. And now that's the biggest trap. Now they have trapped you now. So now how do you work your way all through it? If you don't get out of that shit, don't try to work your way out. It will never work out. But now, if they insist now, be like, okay, what are you putting me in here? Okay, let me see the box. Okay, you not tell them, let me see the box. You see the box and be like, okay, now I've seen the box now. Let's discuss now what's in the box. Okay, I'm the box now, right? So you wanted me to be the box. So I'm the box now. So now let's deal with the box inside. Let's deal with this thing that you actually put it as the box in here. And now what happens? You are now the box itself, and now you exhibit those traits of the box. It doesn't matter, be relentless as fuck, as long as like they put you in that shade. I mean, you have to do it first of all for you to get like a good grasp of what they put you in. So now they're like, no, don't run away, come here, don't run away. Remember, you're the box, right? The box, like, they didn't give the box any emotion. They didn't give the box any logic. They just assigned a character to the box, so that now when they ring the bell, the box comes and stands up now. When they ring the box falls. When they ring the bell, I mean, the box like forms in that shit. It's just like water, right? But no, water is like, once I give you like the analogy of water, it like takes away like your whole idea of what these stories and this other one. And I'm telling you, like, this is my story, right? So it's either you listen, or like it will never make sense any time or anywhere ever again. So yeah, just like the other day, I went like to a certain, I wouldn't call it a meeting, but it was like a group setting, right? I mean, you find yourself every time in those things, but not every time. I came to realize that you were the one who put yourself in those, but some things that you can just evade like that. So now it depends. Now you have to measure logically, like what your wants are, or what your needs or priorities are when being or being dealt in that situation. So you see, like, if I remain here, this is what I'm going to gain. If I don't, there'll be nothing else. You just move on, like it never existed, and you move on like, okay, I didn't see anything, and I'm not carrying any memories there, because I don't care much enough for you to like put a grudge on you, or like to come and remember back or run it back the story again, like according to how you actually perceive me as, or how you try to control me. So what I'm saying is, like, letting go is like the best thing that you can have right now. So now that one depends on like very many topics that you can do. Doesn't matter. It's not even about the topic of critical thinking, because even thinking is useless. You don't even need to think, because the brain alone, like, it can't stand the thinking shit. That's why I say, like, once you think, you're like hypnotized in a way. But now, it's not that it's a bad thing to be hypnotized. It's just that you don't know when you're hypnotized, or you actually don't know how to maneuver your way, like through the hypnotization or anything. Remember the topic here again. Okay, let's roll with that. It's hypnotization. Okay, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Why? Because you are hypnotized, right? That ends the whole discussion. We move on now. Remember, these are just main points here, and I call it kuguzia. Like, you take this one, you hold all of it, and then you can move on. You hold this one, then you come all of this one, you hold this one. And remember now, just remember the topic of those like friends of yours or people close to you. It can be anybody, it can be a family member or anything. Now that person, remember, you know them like for almost the rest of your life, or for the good timing of your existence. And now they reach a point like all the communications are cut right there and then. Okay, what do you perceive that one is? Most people say, okay, Probably I messed up on my side, that's why they stopped talking. Probably I wasn't good enough, right? I'm talking about now the insecure people now. This is like the response that the insecure ones now would give on this side now. Trying to understand. That's why I'm saying like you must first shift from this one side here for you to be able like to comprehend on this other side that is actually on the most meaningful and the most analytical side of it. I call it mostly, there are names for it, right? You can hear people calling it logic. I mean, there are many things that you can call it. And remember, still, logic is still a name that someone created and put it in there and said, okay, this is what logic is going to mean, right? But now, once you become a good pragmatic person, so that now you can like cross-check all these different scenarios, and now you come and figure out like, this whole life has been controlling me subconsciously without me even knowing it, or without even knowing like what I'm doing. But now you don't know it. You just know, oh shit, this is how it's supposed to be. Okay, what about this other side? Oh, and now you can like figure out, you're like, oh shit, look at that room setup. Oh shit, look at the switch. The switch has been controlling me. Look at that scene setting, right? Look at this thing here behind, right? You see how it is, this one, the black one here. It's like, oh shit, this guy is probably like, he likes artistic things. Oh, he is over, look at that, you can tell by the demographic or the age that they are in. No, he's someone who likes art, right? And then you look at that, oh shit, he's a man, right? Because these are things that are made for. Oh, look at the cologne. Oh shit, now he likes luxury, right? Oh shit, he wore like a white inside. That guy is clean as fuck. Look at that. Oh, and you just put this is like a camouflage. We know the real you, like, we know this is something that you just put in, probably in your head. It's like you put it for the camera, right? But now that's not the case. I mean, that's all lies you told your head. But now, remember, it's not hard for you to think. That's why I say you're free, you're like in the most freest zone for you to think, or even like to decipher these whole things, to come up with this one, I call it one meaningful idea that you put in your head for yourself and yourself only. So now it reaches a point where you're like, okay, now let me start like looking at this life and looking at the shapes and everything that controls me, right? This one like reaches a point where like, okay, in driving school, like you're being taught like signs and what they mean. You're being told that the triangle signs are like the warning signs, like the square signs are like the informatory, the circles are like giving information. I don't know, like it, you can confirm it if you want to confirm it. I mean, I'm not here to give accurate information. I'm just saying what I know in my head, right? Yeah, you can go and confirm. Nowadays there's the AI. You can even like type in right now and be like, hey, what about this, this, and that? Now you type. But remember now, that's on you. You're the one who wants like clarity and wants to be so much on point that you don't want to miss like a single detail that, oh shit, he said that. No, we don't want that. Like that's not what we wanted in the first place. So now you are all dealt up with all these like restraints and constraints, because remember it's only one constraint that leads to all these things. It's like, okay, today I don't feel like, right? I don't feel like recording, so I just sleep off, and tomorrow, right? Tomorrow I will record. I'm very sure that tomorrow I will record. Oh shit, fuck, tomorrow, man, and you know, man, it rained, so like the internet, it was not fast, and also like the mic, like it was, because I couldn't capture like the right audio, so I just do it the day after tomorrow. And now within no time, like this thing, the brain erases it completely, like it never existed ever again. So now what happens? There's nothing. You just move on to new things. That's how it is, right? Don't get stuck to one thing. This is like to give you a whole perspective or ideas that it is. Just like males, right? Like when you're passing on the streets or somewhere, right? You see like a beautiful like bosom, right? And now within like a flip of a finger, in the next second that it passes your eye vision, you completely forgot about it. And now you are focusing on other things. Like it's like it never existed. It's like an illusion that someone put in there. So now it's not there anymore. Like it's just like boom, you're gone. That one is not there now. Boom. Okay, I saw that one. Oh, I appreciate. Oh, it looks nice. Okay. Boom. Okay, it looks nice. But if you're thinking of trying to talk to it, I mean, I'm saying if you try to think of anything, then you've already lost because the thing is actually doing. Because that's like saying, like, if you're not giving the story, right? If you're not the one actively creating an image in people's mind, you'll be very fast forgotten. But not on the case of women, right? You can tell like they're the opposite of it. Whatever I said now here, go and now replace everything that I said and put it backwards with, okay, if I need to understand these ones, now we have known the close idea of this. So now this other side of it must be the vice versa. Now we can close this shit and everybody go home, turn off the lights and keep the lights to yourself. I mean, that's just the basics of it. You can't even tell, like, that's how it is most of the time, yeah? You can tell, like, one of the biggest things that you can do right now is you actually trying to be like one of the best or one of the biggest that are there, right? I mean, biggest, I mean, in whatever you are doing, it doesn't matter because we today, like, I was just walking, right, after a good walk because every day I walk around more than 8 kilometers. Mostly my watch reads like 800 steps plus. So every day, like, I'm just walking, I'm walking. But today it was so crazy because someone just came with like a bike and I didn't see. I was just like busy doing my shit, like all locked in with my thoughts. Today I was lucky that I forgot like my earphones or earplugs or whatever you want to call it or AirPods. So I'm just walking. Now it just comes either. I just say now I was like, oh, are this one the quiet ones or are this one like the ones who are awake? Then I just noticed it like he was passing. I was like, oh, this is just someone who wants a conversation, and you can tell that he's not coming off as needy. So you just look at them, and if they're coming off as needy, that's not my problem. That's not my place to worry about. So I mean, I just deal with whatever I'm dealt with, whatever I'm given. I morph into that shit, right? Just like water. I mean, if they come on this side, because now I'm seeing nowadays people like go out when they are mad like crazy. You can't even like have a convo with anyone because first of all they are dealing with their demons. Second of all, like it's like a point of trauma or what they call it because I don't even know what these names means anyways. So that's why I'm just saying it because nowadays that's what the algorithm like proves and tries to validate. Now that's what the socially media accepted terms right now. So once you hear me saying these terms, you have like to think twice too because I mean it's all socially programmed into you and someone said, okay, I'm going to make like my words the biggest and they want to be always perceived or always remembered back. Once you say this, I mean I attach my identity to it. What will you do about it? I mean now I own it. Now I own you now, right? Remember, perception is everything, right? If you perceive yourself that you are sad, you'll be sad the whole day. If you perceive yourself that you don't perceive yourself like you're just there to live and exist and do this shit, that's how it is because I call it like one of the biggest because if you're trying like to measure, let's take a cup that is one fully filled up to the top. The other one is half full or half empty. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you guys measure it as. But now you get the point. One is full, one is empty. So now what do? Okay, you just see the cup still that way. And that's it. You move on. Like, don't even try to dig deeper. Okay, what is the type of the cup? Okay, how is the shape of the cup? Okay, what color or what is in the cup? I didn't say water. You can run this back. If I said water, I'll pay you. Text me my number. I'll pay you if I said it has water. I didn't say that. So now I just told you like this is a cup of water, or this is a cup of this tea, this is a cup of coffee, this is a cup of caffeine, this is a cup of, it doesn't matter. I said, look at one cup, it's full, and you look at another one, it's half empty. And now you perceive directly that what is in the cup is water. I didn't say a glass, because if I said a glass, you'll be like, you meant a wine glass? I'm like, no. You see, again, I'm saying these are terms that they control you subconsciously also. So they give you like they have a certain frequency that they map into your image brain, or like your image synthesis. I don't know. I'm trying to make this word sound a bit like the best of the best. Like when I'm not considering bad, that I'm still like, you leaned on this side because I like triggered a word now. No, your brain, the first thing it does, it gets pissed because it's like, how do you know so much about me? Well, I don't know anything about myself. And on the other side of the brain is like, shit, this guy is talking the truth. But still, I don't like him. Like, he's so rage baiting, like, he's conniving, like, he's too much. Yeah? I don't like him. But I can't just get away from him because I want to know what he will say tomorrow, because we have seen people like him from my family who used to talk like him. But now, again, as I remember saying, remember, I'm not one of your guys, right? I don't know who you know. I'm me. And tomorrow, every day, you'll just come and find me speaking the same. Right? Like, you can never take it away from me. Unless now, when I'm there 6 feet down under, right? And now you'll be singing like this sweet song and be like, oh, we wish that we would have listened to you that time, but you were so stupid. And your aura like used to mess with our beaches so much. You remember that beach of mine that you took? That's why I'm so mad right now at you. So now, but now we loved you, bro. So that's what I'm saying now. I'll still remain like this for the rest of my life, but nobody gives a shit like about how you perceive your life or how you live your life, because everybody's dealing out here with their shit, right? Everybody has put like milestone to their lives. That's why I have put none. Right? I just know like, okay, I just woke up, shit, so what? Oh shit, I have nothing to do today, but I remember this one thing that I was doing still, like back then. Is it still workable? Like, let me try to figure out if it works here and there. And then within no time now, the day ends, and I'm on other things. Right? I explored. I was like, oh shit, I love riding bikes. Let me go out today for a bike ride. It will be just quick 1 hour. I end up going for 3 to 4 hours. And now within that time, I build my purpose, like within that. What is even purpose? What are these terms that I'm using? I don't know, someone just try like to mess with me or some kind, but let's leave that on aside now. Now, considering now, this is like one of the biggest things that you can do right now is just try to mold yourself into anything. At first, I was like, oh shit, man, I don't even need to stream. Man, streaming is hard because I don't have the right camera. Man, I don't even have anything. I don't even have one thing. So now I'm being left with all these like excuses, and I'm like, if I turn on the camera, I don't know if the lighting will be good. I don't know, it might be good, but I still don't like it, right? But now I've tried like to come up with all these lighting formulas and things, so that now they can come and add back to me and make sense. After that, then that's when I'll start streaming. I was like, shit, but will I? Don't know, you wait for like every day you are still waiting, right? Remember, you are still waiting, still back then. So what will change? But right now you are still waiting. So you just continue waiting every day. I'm not saying that you start streaming. I'm just giving you an idea of how these things like create a mental image in your brain. right? You see, if I didn't run that back, we wouldn't have caught it in any way. We'd just be like, this guy is just his accent, stupid accent. Yeah, he thinks that he knows English and shit, but now he actually doesn't know shit. I mean, remove his video there, but remove his video there. We don't want to see him, but can you remove it? You see, he's so annoying, but try to remove it. Let us not find him posting tomorrow. So now you don't post for a day. Like, what happened, man? We want you to post every day, and then you're like, no, like you post yours, you will come there. I mean, I personally like supporting things. I mean, if your content makes sense to me, I'll be the first one to repost it. I'll be the first one like to react to it. I'll be the first one to hit the subscribe button. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but you can try to uncover these things in a way that it only makes sense to you and only you. But that's not the point right now. So now, yeah, let me see if my life is on or my live. That's what I'm saying. Like, I need to. We're live on YouTube right now, or I need to run it back again. Oh, I just remembered that this live will actually be the ninth episode, but I'm not naming it in episodes, but I'm just saying like how I see them on my YouTube here, because I have like, I started like a week, 5 days of streaming. This is like the 5th or the 4th day, I don't know, somewhere there, but yeah, I mean, it's still pushing on. The people are still liking my lives, like all commenting and shit. I mean, the craziest thing is that if you really enjoy what I'm doing, it doesn't matter what you measure like success to be, because if like you're measuring it in, okay, let me measure it, that means like someone put it in you to compare every time, like with whatever you are doing. It's like a comparison tool that someone put there and said, okay, if he will not compare with this and that, I will not need him. But if he compares with him, I'll even support him, show him that that's the right way. But they're lying to you now. You're molding into their image that they put in you for you, so that they can easily access you and accommodate all your little like insecurities there, so that now they can like come and morph you however they want. I mean, nowadays the most important thing you can do is just say no, right? But now don't come here and say, oh, you told me that we should say no, and now I said no to $1 million deal. I mean, use your common sense when you're watching this shit. You can't just like watch and all the time scroll on your phone and shit like without going anywhere. I mean, I love scrolling so much because everybody now has social media, everybody has a phone. You're not saying that you're not only going to be, but make sure when you're doing it, at least it makes sense. And again, as I said, make sure nobody advises you on anything ever. Because if they advise you, I mean, I'm advising you so that you can come here tomorrow and watch my video. Of course, I need you also to comment on my videos, right? I need you to like so that we can grow this shit. Remember, I'm not discouraging you or anything. I'm just saying, okay, we have this one criteria that you have to meet first, but remember, I'm the one who introduced the game. So what? I don't need any credit, but if you feel the need like for you to do something, do it. That's how it is. Like I will not come and knock at your door. I don't know where you guys live, but maybe you might be on Thika Road, or come and knock and I don't be like, okay, have you subscribed to my channel? Have you? You should, right? Yeah, let me go to your neighbor and see if they have done it too. That's crazy. Now it doesn't matter like that. What's this? Yeah, right? That's how it is now. Now you are being left with all these things that you have to be left on or fail in that particular time. So now like you have no time of your own. It's like you're actively trying to please someone else's life while yours is getting stuck and not moving. I come to realize that there's nothing like time. Like once you start creating or like living on your own means, you know that you're the only one who will wake up. You have no time. The only time that is there is you actually living or existing, right? So now it comes back to be okay. I can measure these two things, but what if I try like to get this one here to match or be like a thing that someone told me? I was like, I don't even know like what that means, but it makes sense to me, right? Yeah, that's how it is. So for this cash, as I say now, right now, if you're sleeping on like AI, I don't even think that you would like be able to pressure or find your way through this regime that is now being created actively by the players of the game. That's why I came to realize like one of the most smartest people right now stay broke. Like it's not even a topic of discussion. Once you say that, everybody will be like, oh shit, yeah. Shit, I'm smart and I'm broke. Fuck. That guy just described my life. So now you want one slice of the pie of it, but you don't want the other one. So now that's the hook that I use to get you every single day. I mean, I can even come here and say anything. I'm just reading at these things that are written here, right? I know they put like the doubt in you, right? I don't know what they call it, but it's something like it's not even guilty. It's like more than guilting. But now the guilting has like a hidden meaning to it that is like an insult, like something that just gets the sprinkle there, like right. You saw that video of that chef who was doing like this thing and just pouring like the sauces and the ingredients on that like hot steak and shit that is fizzling with those nice aromas and those hot steams and everything. You know, it just comes there with a good style of it. And now it just does that. You know, it's like a bit crazy. Like it's something that you can't actually figure it out until like we were creating, right? And now with that video, actually, he made so much money. He became famous just through social media, right? I mean, it makes a lot of sense because I was just chilling, like someone just sent me money because I love your videos. Continue doing what you are doing. I'm like, what? You send me money just because I recorded myself and posted it for me, but you appreciate it? I mean, yeah, at least now, at least I can feel like a little bit of a confidence when I'm recording today or tomorrow, the other day. So now that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's just how life is. Like, it's like you never know like your next chance or your next big moment, as long as you're always in your moment, and then you don't like try to cross or be like someone. Don't ever let someone box you anywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. Like me, I experiment these things. Today I might be like, oh shit. Today I feel like today I want to go and ride a boat. And then I just wake up and go. I go and ride a boat. Now what happens? I've rode a boat now. What? I just wanted to ride the boat. And I did. Okay, tomorrow boat riding, I don't feel like it. Let me go and do action now. Right? Now I go there and practice that. Okay, today might be fun, but let me today just take a good walk while I'm just nowadays one thing that hits the most is actually the sunrise. Right? When you wake up so early, not even early, at around just a good timing because now when you are like not employed or not like working for someone, when you're like doing your own things, when you're working for yourself, when you're self-employed, the things that you just enjoy in the moment that you couldn't enjoy like on these other times because like you make it feel like a punishment by someone giving you like this time frame or this time that you have to play within, because that's who they control you with, or that's who they view you with. And again, as I say, the biggest thing that you can do right now is try to overcome like things, right? Like, you know that this is not a problem, it doesn't bother you, but you just don't feel the need to do it anymore. You're just like, today I don't feel like doing this, okay? I'm not doing it. Today I don't feel like doing scrolling. Let me just learn how to draw. Let me learn art. That one puts me in a place of when I was, I don't know what time it was, but like a day or two ago, like I was just going around, just chilling, walking around. It was actually midnight, and then I went out to a place, and now I found the people painting art, right? The graffiti guys, right? Now they were painting art on the walls and shit. And now I just go there to like take a walk, like explore that place, get some good food and things, right? Go talk to people, go and meet people, interact here and there, go win, right? You know, the basic things that people do. And now I come there, like, yeah, these people are pro artists. And I was like, shit. I truly saw the art and I appreciated it. I just went, brought them the fruits and gave them. That one guy was so amazing. He was the happiest that I've ever seen. And now, to me, it was just like, okay, these are good shit that they are doing, but let me just get them some, because I don't know, I just felt like doing it. It's not that someone taught me, or just like I didn't want to do it, or I needed something back. No, I just like, oh, they're doing that shit. At least they're on their craft, at least. I know for sure because I've seen it in their game. I'll appreciate it, bro. And I gave them something of value. Like, I passed there the other day. They were now winding up with the art. Completely done, finished. And it was so crazy because they had incorporated social media in it. But that time when I had gotten there, like, there wasn't on or anything. And now, it reached a point I was like, are you guys streaming live or what? They're like, no, like, we're not streaming live, but I'm like, no, you're wasting your chance now. What's the whole point of doing this, like, when you're not showcasing it in the moment? Because that's how people appreciate it without even trying to give a shit about what you do. Like, as long as you're showing us, like, right now, this is it, we're going to come through for you. It doesn't matter. That's like the biggest thing that is there right now. It's just like you being able to go out there. Okay, this one looks good. It makes a lot of sense, but how can I like upgrade it or move it further with my own thinking without trying to consider like the outside noise, which is so crazy because I came to realize that people actually have noises in their heads. Like, you walk around and think, what will he think of me? What will he think of? What will they think of me? I'm like, what? I wish I had that chance to like see words in two different ways, because me, I see them like, oh shit, these are all just human beings. Like, everybody is doing their shit. But now you were so boxed up that you came to a fact that, okay, people also think of you. I don't know what that means. Out of 8 billion people, how many do you think of you on a daily? Close to none. Nobody, unless you have a family though. Unless like they are the person who they look up to. So now if you are not that, bro, it's so crazy because right now, if my phone rings, it's so rare. And if it does, someone is coming like straight to the point. It's like, hey, like, I saw you and did this. Okay, I need us to work on this. Okay, that's good. When I was saying, oh, I miss you, I'm like, nah, don't do that shit here first. Like, can you first get away there? You're contaminating the waters fast. Can you move fast? Like, busy things here we are doing. Come back to you when the missing times are coming. But now they never do, because it's never like that much deep, right? Yeah, so now you're just there and doing everything because that's like what you are told you're supposed to, without even looking back and trying to consider everything that is actually written on the other side of the flip page. Now you're like, as I said again, this is like an empty canvas, right? and you're given the crayons for you to paint everything that you want, for the idea that you want, like paint it right fucking now, because that's the only time that you have, right? That's what I'm saying. Hold up a minute. Let me come, I'll be back. Let me first do some crazy shit here. I'll be back in a minute. As I'm going, let me put on some music first, that you cannot be all bored up and be like, oh Greg, you said what? You said you are, oh, for this case I'm supposed to use which name? I have no names to use. I can use any name that I want. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just me and me being me, right? I know it makes close to no sense, but still makes the most sense out of everything that you have had. Because it's like, wait, how does this guy has us so hooked that we can't concentrate on our lives? So that now we have like to find a way like to deal or intervene in his life, that so that he might stop bothering us. But when you look back, like, I'm not even your neighbor. We are not in the same neighborhood. We are not on the same terms or same frequencies of existence. So like, how can I bother you? And then you're like, shit, no, he wants to talk the truth to avoid what I've been saying now. Yeah, because like your talk is useless. I mean, prove some so that now I can come and hit back to you or get back to you without trying to sound like a bit of an arrogant person that you put or you placed your meaning into me. That's all I'm saying, right? Yeah, so now you just like find you're living in this whole paradigm of things, and now you don't even have anything else going on, and now the only thing that you can achieve or access is like that one thing that someone told you that you had to do. I mean, it's a bit crazy though, right? I mean, once you think of it, like, at least it reaches the point like where your brain never hurts or something, because it's like I refuse, not even refuse, like I don't know how to control that because I'm not it, right? So yeah, let me just put some good beat here. Some small songs. You have to bear with me. Just a bit, right? And this is, I call it the bigger picture. Without even thinking of anything, right? Yeah. But now I just like, bro, have you heard what music has done right now to the AI world? Let me even play my AI music here so that you can listen to it in a way and be like, so now you make music, you're a musician, huh? You think you will trend out of music? I'm like, shit, that thinking will never get you out of the block. Because again, you have the block and you have like the breathing of the society noise, you have everything that you ever wished for that you wanted it to disappear, but you're actively indulging yourself and doing the same repetitive things that you were doing. I'm not saying this from a judgment point of view, but if I am, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. So say you are on, so that now we can at least at some point collaborate, because I have this one, I'm saying you have this one, so we have to. But if I have this and you have none, like, you see, there's a missing link somewhere, or you don't see that, right? It's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy, right? I mean, and I saw somewhere like a question like, what makes like life easy or something. It was crazy because even people who ask questions, I'm like, you see me, I don't like being questioned, right? Because questioning is like for kids, it's for babies. Like, why did you pour the yogurt there? Why did you pour the water down? Why? So you just taking the mop and wiping it. So now we have now first question it and now mop later. Which is what I say, like anticipating pain is like enduring it twice. Like just finish it, right? I mean, It's just simple math, simple talking, simple speech. I mean, you're not even exposed to anything or something that is there. So now you're just there like, oh shit, this guy should do this one should do this. So yeah, listen to that music first. This is my AI music, right? And I will be like, oh, we don't like your music too. I mean, we want you now to sing in your voice so that you can listen to it. This is it.
Dreams will fly. Everything, take me where the skies are wide. Every road is a new beginning. Every heartbeat comes alive. Hey, I feel so. Different faces, different places. Every smile feels just like home. Every language, every heartbeat shows we're never on our own. Ocean calling, mountains rising. Every journey changes me. Every moment, every memory is another page to read. See, I humble, step by step. Nothing standing in our way. We are cooler, spirit strong. We're becoming every day. I'm flexible. Take me where the skies are wide. Every road is a new beginning. Every heartbeat comes alive. Oh, I'm flexible. Never looking back again. Every sunrise tells my story. Freedom lives inside the wind. Oh, leave the fear behind. Oh, leave the past behind. Open your heart, lift your eyes. This is our moment. This is our time. I'm faithful. We're dancing with the morning light. Every dream is getting closer. Everything will be alright. I'm faithful. Hear the people sing along. One world, one love, one beautiful song. See our humble, we are feeling. We keep moving, forever free. I thought the road goes on. One more sunrise, one more sun. fingers fly. Type my name and type your name. One tab open, one tab hiding. Same old story, different day. I search, does he miss me? Then how to delete a trace. My phone lit up like I was guilty. Still I kept your ghost in place. Now the cursors are blinking at me like it knows too much. I can't unsee what I've been asking. I've been digging in the dust. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. If you knew what I was looking for, you know why I can't look anymore. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. Delete it, baby, let it go, before my whole life ends up in the notes. Can people tell when you're lying? Can someone love you twice? Why do good things leave me with a receipt and a goodbye? I searched, how long does a feeling last? Then I searched how to sleep. Got your old song in the autofill, like you still got keys to me. Now the cursors are blinking at me like it knows too much. I cannot see what I've been asking. I've been digging in the dust. Oh, clear my search history. Clear my search history. If you knew what I was looking for, you know why I can't look anymore. Clear my search history. Oh, clear my search history. Delete it, baby, let it go, before my whole life ends up in the notes. I don't need a map to the damage. I know where I went wrong. Every saved little question was a crack in my walls all along. So I hit erase, then I breathe out, watch it vanish like smoke. If you ask me what I found there, I'll say I already know. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. If you knew what I was looking for, you know why I can't look anymore. Clear my search history. Oh, clear my search history. Oh, delete it, baby, let it go. Yeah, I'm better when I'm letting go. Three AM fingers flying. Type my name, then type your name. One tab open, one tab hiding. Same old story, different day. I search, does he miss me? Then how to delete a trace. My phone lit up like I was guilty. Still I kept your ghost in place. Now the cursor's blinking at me like it knows too much. I can't unsee what I've been asking. I've been digging in the dust. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. If you knew what I was looking for, you know why I can't look anymore. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. Delete it, baby, let it go before my whole life ends up in the know. Can people tell when you're lying? Can someone love you twice? Why do good things leave me with a receipt and a goodbye? I searched how long does a feeling last, then I searched how to sleep. Got your old song in the autofill, like you still got keys to me. Now the cursor's blinking at me like it knows too much. I can't unsee what I've been asking. I've been digging in the dust. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. If you knew what I was looking for, you know why I can't look anymore. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. Delete it, baby, let it go before my whole life ends up in the know. I don't need a map to the damage. I know where I went wrong. Every saved little question was a crack in my walls all along. So I hit erase, then I breathe out, watch it vanish like smoke. If you ask me what I found there, I'll say I already knew. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. If you knew what I was looking for, you know why I can't look anymore. Clear my search history. Clear my search history. Oh, delete it, baby, let it go. Yeah, I'm better when I'm letting go. Yeah. See, Winter starts now. Yeah. Pack my dreams into the sun. Nothing's gonna hold me back. Every road is full of promise. Every step creates the path. Hear the rhythm of tomorrow. Feel the heartbeat in my soul. Every mountain keeps on calling. There's a place I've yet to know. See side by side. Every mile feels so alive. Yeah, pillar, hands up high. This is where my dreams will fly. Take me where the skies are wide. Every road is a new beginning. Every heartbeat comes alive. Never looking back again. Every sunrise tells my story. Freedom lives inside the wind. Hey.
Yeah, that's a good song right there. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, brother, it's called black coffee. This is the coffee that doesn't give a shit about anybody. It's just a coffee that is just there because of the name coffee. It's just a coffee that is a coffee. Right? You can see the blackness in it. It's black coffee. Bro. Ooh. One of the best. And put the camera angle in a good way. But I don't want to touch the wall, so just stays fixated in a way. All that makes sense now. That's the camera. This is the laptop, of course. And this is my setup. And this is my coffee. Now, let's dive right back into it. Bro, don't want it to appear on the frame, so just put it somewhere in a good place. Let it cool off a bit. It's too hot for me to handle it in a way. So yeah, let's see what we have going on now, because as we wait for the coffee to heal or at some point, like for it to make sense. But you see now, like if you are looking back at like all the big things that you have done, you have actually like considered it in a way for it to be somehow you have like to reach a certain threshold, like in your, I don't know what to measure with, but now there's, if it's music form, like you measure in dB, decibels, right? And now, in order for the sound to not reach the limit, you have to lower the volume a bit, like by a -1 or a negative dB. Let me just say a -1. A negative one is all the same. Depends on the context of what you want to say. So yeah, we just put it that at that point, we just lower it by a negative, and that's it. Now, even if you play on the smallest, the tiniest, or even the biggest of the speakers, like it will still sound cohesive and it will not like crack out to the maximum. So it will like remain, like have that certain threshold within, so that now it doesn't distort, just like live, right? I mean, yeah, it makes sense what analogy am I trying to measure here. Like, yeah, when you're pushing yourself every day, but now you know your limits. You know, like, if I move according to this certain place here, I mean, this is the best that I can. But I still don't know that. So that's why each day, like, I still try new things, going every day up, up, up. And then within no time, like, you're already there. And now it's like, oh, I reached here. Okay, that's a good progress. And also now the money starts coming in. It's like the reward that you receive after bettering yourself every day. Okay, I reached this place, this is what I received. Okay, now I went on this other one, this is what I got. And now I'm like, sure, this is just life. Like, you just have to experience it in your purest form, right? Just like my pure coffee out here. As I'm saying, my super black bamboos skin colored coffee of mine, right? I know. You're not used to the lips smacking after the hitting the beautiful ceramic cup, right? Very much decorated with the cappuccino logo. Is it logo? Oh, Lego. Lego is the Batman shit, right? I mean, for the fans of DC, Marvel, they know like Batman is like what? DC, right? Yeah, it's not Marvel. Batman is DC. And he's the only one who doesn't have powers but have all the beautiful things with him. The beautiful beaches, right? While traveling the beautiful cities, owning the best cars alive. The Batmobile, bro, do you know how much a Batmobile is? Like the design or the architecture behind like the Batmobile of it. And even like the cohesiveness of the suit, the color, he only comes out at night. He's like the super cool villain who's also a superhero. But now a superhero to who? Mostly he beats the bad guys. Until now he becomes the bad guy and now nobody can ever touch him. So now he just roams the city free, like nobody can tell you shit. Just like moving every single day. I mean, you are just there, you are him, right? So now you don't even need to worry about someone like from up or in any key or any certain place that you usually place people under. But that's the story of Batman now. You can look back, try to compare him with everybody, and you lose. Because like once you compare two things, like you lose. It's like fingers, right? You can't compare the small one, the pinky, like with the thumb. Because there are things that the pinky hold up to, that the thumb can't do it. But now you don't know this because you probably never did anything. You probably never broke a finger. I'm not saying that you break one right now to experiment or anything. I'm just saying like there are levels to this shit. So it's like every single day when you're doing anything, it doesn't even matter. Like it doesn't even give a shit about what this is that you're actually trying to achieve or the purpose of it. It's like, okay, I just do it and then I'll figure it out like on the front there, like on the front door. Just like saying, because one thing that why I dropped out of campus is because Like I was being told that I'll go and knock on doors. For what, bro? If I see someone knocking on my door, I don't even know how to react. You know, someone knocks on my door and like asks, "Hey, I need a job." I'm like, bro, you mean with this mind of yours you can't craft anything? Okay, let's start. Run it back so that you don't get. This is like a reverse step. Okay, we are here now. What year is it? 2026. Of course, everybody knows that. Before you put your goals of next year, make sure first on this month you do what it takes for you to achieve that certain goal that you put. It doesn't matter because I've still seen people like in 2026, like you have a smartphone, right? The smartphone has camera, you have data or Wi-Fi, it doesn't matter, and you're connected to a source of power. Okay, that's enough. From that time on, you're a millionaire already. You just need to find the routes and the ways to monetize it to reach that certain threshold that we are talking about, right? But it's not even that. Okay, now you're saying now we live on Jengo house and go and create content like you sit in the house, just talk to the camera, talk to yourself. I'm not saying you do that, but if you can, do it, right? Instead of trying to come and shame like, oh, you're just there like a madman talking to the camera and that didn't even make sense. So now everything that you are doing, like you just come up and with all these crazy ideas of okay, I'm not refusing that you have good ideas, more than mine. But at least mine are terrible, but at least they are working, right? Instead of having like a whole gold mine of things, but you don't actually have the tools to get the things from underground there. This is like Africa, how they say there are minerals. Right now it's not even minerals. Right now is labor, right? Human labor. That's what the minerals right now. You guys, this thing got into your head. You're like, oh, Africa, we are so rich, so now we'll try like to extract all the mines, and we don't want to see the foreigners here. Now, that's how it was. Okay, you are left the resource. Okay, the resource is not even there, and even if it's there, you cannot get it out all by yourself because, first of all, like you don't even know how to make a machine. You don't know how to use like a bowling ball type of shit, like to dig underground. Even right now, like digging boreholes, I've seen like people like depend on actually politicians, like for them to make boreholes. And I'm like, shit, this is what you guys say, like there are minerals. Can you extract even like one gold? I'll pay you. If you extract one gold, bring me one gold. I'll buy it myself. I'm just saying because like I'm trying to get you to see the bigger picture that without like the actual resources here within every time, like there's nothing that you are going to do, even if you try to achieve or even try to measure anything in any way that doesn't make sense. Like I'm not saying this like to come or try to maneuver this thing and come to a whole conclusion, or maybe try like adding like, okay, this is a plus sign here of what you said of us that we can do, so can we do this too? Okay, we are doing this, look at this now. You're only seeing this thing that you cannot do, but you can't see what you're actually doing. I mean, what are you actually doing? Show me now, we have to see. Okay, you have shown me that, oh, you can make chapatis, nice. I'm going to buy, in fact, put 4 under my name, right? I'm going to pay for it and I'm going to eat it there with you very nicely. I mean, I will not even be disturbed about anything. That's what you are good at, right? So I need you to do on that chapatis. Like I'm coming to buy them every single time, right? So I don't expect you to not have chapatis because that's what you have proved you are good at. I mean, you can even just be sleeping and you're just thinking in your dreams about like making the flour and everything, like for you to make the chapatis and shit, right? I mean, it's like a simple basic language or code that you have to like adhere to for it to make sense for you or to you, to yourself, like without even needing anybody else. That's why I'm saying, like, whatever you are good at, I mean, do it. Me, it took me so much time to know what I'm good at, which right now I don't even know what I'm good at, but I'm just practicing this thing. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. You can even be good at sleeping. I've seen, like, in Guinness World Record, people hold records for the people who sleep the most. And you are here just sleeping, like, but me, I don't even have a bed. Okay, I have a bed, a very good one, a bouncy one, but that's not the point that I'm trying to say here. So, but I'm not the best sleeper, so I'm nothing. Like me, I can just like give you different perspectives of life. Like when you're looking on this other side, I can come and flip the coin up to you and be like, oh shit, you didn't see that? So what does that one mean? Nothing. So now, like, I can give you story. Like right now, I can talk about anything. It doesn't matter. You just find it as hit you, like, and you know nothing. It's one of the best things that you can have right now. You've been able to know like you have something that you can do that someone can never take it away from you. It's like, this is what I'm good at. Okay, what can I do better for me to achieve this other side of it without this main thing that I was put, or something that was put in my head that this is what you are good at. Okay, now go do that. I'm like, no, that's not what I said I like, right? And I'm not even trying to one side to you so that you can know what I like. I'm not trying to give you like the whole, it's called not a perimeter, a weighing balance for you to measure like my likes or my dislikes, my dislike, right? So yeah, that's just the basics. We call it like tunaguzia main points, right? Yeah, main points too. It's not something that is even deeper or anything, because if you are measuring like in terms of depth, I mean, you have also like to look at the width too, because if like you are putting a hole using a pin and like putting a hole using that thing that the mechanics use, not mechanics even, the fundi wambao, the furniture, the one that it has like one thing that you catch and this one goes like this, and now it has like another thing that is drilling through the holes. You see like how beds are made like of bolts. I'm talking about now the traditional beds that you can see the bolts in within, that the boards that mostly this, I was about to say the students, but yeah, I mean, if I say that now, you get my point, right? Because right now, students have been known to be like one of the most poorest, or that's a bad word to use, according to like the student themselves. They might come to me and be like, "How dare you, man? We are starving and you are saying we're poor." Like, don't say that, man. I'm like, hey, chill, man. Like, I just try to put like mental image like to the younger generation coming up so that they cannot fuck up like you did. But I mean, I was one of them. That's why I'm able to articulate these things so good. Because, bro, me, I've slept hungry, bro. I mean, that's not even the bad thing, but I fast all the time, as you can tell, right? Yeah, so now it's not that that's bad, like lacking food for me, bro. Me, I lacked even for 2 days. I didn't even have somewhere to sleep. I didn't even have a bed. It's not like I do right now, so that now I'm boasting now. I'm just saying that this shit doesn't even matter. Like, long as like you close your eyelids, because you can't close your eyelids if you are not in a good, safe space that you feel like in within your body. Okay, this is what is right. So this one that fits my shoe. If your shoe fits, like, wear it proudly, bro. Come and take pictures like what is it called? Rapunzel, the one who lost the shoe. Not, well, Rapunzel is the one with the hair. the one who lost the shoe. Hey, those are some crazy stories, but you get my point, right? It's a bit crazy though. I like measuring like the old Disney animations to actually bring out a good emotion about anything that viewers can relate. Because this thing again, as I said, I'm only talking to myself, but if anybody tries to land on my video like this, it doesn't matter which part of the video they start at, it will still sound like, okay, this is like a continuation, like I didn't miss anything. But now if you now go back and watch the others, you're like, shit, wait, so this level or this part of the scene actually intertwined and led to this other one? Oh shit, that guy's a genius. No, I'm not. I'm the most stupid person ever. I mean, who even drops out at campus? Like, who? Like, you couldn't even get through campus? I mean, is that wise? I mean, it depends though, but I'm not saying that you drop or anything. I'm just saying that it didn't make sense to me. So I saw no point or purpose of like me living here and doing this, what I'm doing right now, just for me to go and waste my time there again, like while doing nothing. One of the craziest thing that I ever did was I'm going to class, and then the means of like learning was the traditional ways, right? You see how nowadays, if you are going to apply for jobs, talking about the people who work on 9 to 5 jobs, like if you go to a company and they tell you not to send the CV but to actually bring the documents, I mean, that's old school right now. Right now you only need a phone and you're sorted for life. Not even a phone, like you only need something that you can access the internet, and that's it. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you can. I'm not saying that now you say, if now when the internet will be taken away from me, now I'm done. No, that's not the case. Because right now I'm not talking with the internet. I'm using it as a tool, like for me to enhance and reach like a broader audience, because I know like I reach this part of life that I can just explore these things without even worrying or being like centered to, okay, if I need to make this thing work, I need to go to this place or go here and try to make it work from this side. But now it reaches that point, I'm like, okay, I don't need to do that anymore. So now what will I do? Nothing. What will you do about it? Nothing. Why? Because I build this shit like from every day. Just the small things that I say, right? I wake up every day. I started naming things like on my environment. I was like, oh shit, look at this switch. I mean, shit. What color is it? It looks a bit like white. Is it white? Or probably it's brown, right? And okay. What about the shape? It's like a square, right? Yeah, that's a square actually. It's a square. Wait, the biggest thing. Where is it? It's on the wall. What color is the wall? Oh shit. It's a bit different. It varies. This one has like a darker shade of it, but there are two of them now attached to the mini. You see now? Yes. I started naming random things. I started noticing my environment, and now all of a sudden, like my whole eyes like were opened. I don't actually like going into the spiritual algorithm where you dive yourself in there and it'll be like, oh shit, now experience this or the parallel universe, and I can't like maneuver to get through it. But it is one. Oh, I just remember that today I just bought that what is it called? A fucking air freshener. Bro, that tea, that coffee, it's crazy though. Yeah, one of the best to ever exist. Yeah, it gives you like this big energy of like you just existing and experiencing life as it is. You know, you are just there, like chilling, doing whatever you are doing, right? Still running on your same schedule for like what life actually got you, or the point of life that you actually had to experience, or come up with a plan or an idea for you to voice something out that makes sense in a bit, but still not considering like all the past mistakes that you did, because that one don't matter right now, because every day there are other mistakes to be made. So why should I worry about yesterday's mistake? I mean, if I didn't correct them, who knows? I probably never correct any of it, because now I done a mistake today. Okay, so I correct a mistake for yesterday. Today, what about the mistake for today? When will I do the mistake for today? So now I just keep on going. Okay, let me do a mistake for today, so that now it counts up and eliminates that, right? It's like in maths, there's something that, you know, as I said, I'm stupid. Like I didn't go to school to study or anything. Like it was a waste of my time for me. That's what I felt like since I was a young age, not told or anything. So now I'm just chilling and living and experiencing this whole life, and I'm like, shit, this whole shit has been a lie, well crafted by the ones above us, and they're not willing to let it go in any way. Like they rather come for you, all of them, than for you like to voice out what the lie has been. But not even considering what the lie is, but what the lie actually tells or entails. Because now if you like look at the whole system of the lie, you see everything. I'm not saying that oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's not that there's something that will never take back in any way. I'm just saying that if I say what I say, I mean it. Because there's nothing like nobody can do about it. So what? I say that. So what? Just like saying, okay, I called you fat. So what? I mean, you are. If you don't want me to call you that, go to the gym, right? I mean, that's the only thing that you can say right now, and people are triggered, and I'm like, no, like, you are a piece of meatball. Like, you need to work on yourself first before you come here, open your mouth. You probably open your mouth, like, with a burger in your mouth and shit. But I'm not saying that one in a crazy way, but I'm just saying, all the fat people there, make sure you're, like, keeping fit, right? Everything just will flow, and even your health will be better, even get to respire even more, right? Yeah, even like you can at least run without like messing up and trembling on ground with thunders and shit. And imagine, bro, you don't want to sit with that person in a car. Shit, bro. It's like you are being squeezed like into the boat, and now they are just closed the door of the boat. But now it can't be opened, but you wish that it can be opened, but now they even tie a rope under the door, and now it's like they tie you with the rope there. As I'm saying, like the idea of like seat belt was useless, because fat people can't even tie a shoelace, right? When they're standing, they can't. I mean, who can? I mean, it makes sense though, but do I even have a belt? What for? Shit, wait, and soon my neck is going to be gone. And now who gives a shit about me having a neck, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm just a fat person talking about my insecurities, so you don't shame me into them. So now I enjoy my shit, and now you live that way. Nobody can never mess with your fatness. This is who you are. That's it. That's you now. What are they going to say? Okay, you said everything bad about yourself, so you think what they say about me will affect me with my all this plumped up, I'm all juicy. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but yeah, that's the main point. I mean, this one isn't even to like to get to somebody, but if it touches you, like on it and be like, oh shit, that guy really said this shit to me, man. I'm going to the gym and do. You see, at least now you're in shape. Now we can live, and trust me now. Like if I'm saying this, as a former fat person, I can agree that that's how I felt when I was that way. And people around you don't even tell you that you are, but they'll treat you, right? Yeah. And now I was like, why are you guys working so fast? Then I was like, shit, I'm a piece. Okay, let me get away from that shit because it never ends. It's like catching strays all over, right? It's like a porcupine. Like you can't even like lay your hand on a porcupine because it has all the needles and shit. So yeah, that's the basics of this thing. I don't even know what I'm going to name this video, but it will probably be nothing of importance, of course, because this guy here says nothing of importance. I mean, get used to that. It's just like a chill sport, right? Just me like play with my different cadences and shit. Me trying to take some coffee, probably some other times I might take some wine. I might do some things. Today I might be rocking like these good headphones. You can see they are customly made like to fit my head shape or structure or anything. So that you can listen to what I'm saying in a 3D form. And you know, this is the only thing that is capturing my audio actually alone. I don't have like any microphones in here, right? You can tell like I'm removing everything. There's nothing here on the side. There's nothing here. So this is the main thing. It is doing a pretty good job. I'm surprised because at first I was like, shit, what will I record my videos with? The phone is the one that is recording the video there, and with the flashlight on like crazy. You can tell even the shadows like of the room, how they look. It's pretty professional in a way if you're looking at professionality, which doesn't exist. I'm just me. Who gave me the name or the entity of professionals? Someone who said they were. So now what? I live to their standards, but they're not in my current situation. No. Let me first experience my current situation, and then when I reach on that side of it now, we'll figure a way like to come and get everything up and give everything like a piece of it, because that's the biggest thing you can do right now. That one is good now. I can just lay it over there. I mean, these are like noise cancelling or shit, right? Yeah. Oh, I saw the box. It was written like it has inbuilt microphone that's capturing audio up to 48 hertz. That shit is a lot. Hertz or kilohertz? 48 hertz. Because the one that I was using, or the one that I replaced now with this, it was actually 44.1 hertz. So I'm like, shit, that's a bit, you know what 44 hertz is? It's just like when you are measuring like in music, right? The smallest, which is not the smallest, actually like to count them in like 20 hertz. That's like mostly the sub, right? You don't feel it, you just hear it in a way. So it's not hard, it's felt, right? Yeah. Something like when you hear like a vibration, a thunder, a man speaking, like the bass of it now, but now the sub of it, the one that you feel, not the one that you hear, because this one is not to be heard, it's to be felt. It's the presence of it that is to be felt there. Now you go back now to the bass, it's around 60 plus hertz. That's still the sub, but now the bass comes from 60 to 150 probably. Okay, you come to the mid around 150 to 250. You go up the upper mid. I mean, there are things you have to measure them up to 400 hertz. That's when the boomy voices is. Even like when I was editing the audio of this, that's why you feel it. It's so clear. Like you must know how to play with the frequencies at most. You know, you boost the highs, right? For the clarity and shit. That's why when I'm smacking my lips, you can feel like that. right? You can feel it taking like everything away, and but it's still in a balanced form. And remember, these are not professional like microphone shit. This is just my shit, right? And I love it. I probably had this one for a while, but the branding is crazy too. Like you can tell here, that's the name of the brand and shit. Look at that. That's the name of the brand. These are like mostly gym headphones because they're also like noise cancelling and shit. So you're just there, like you are in your whole new world. Whatever is happening out there, like it's all blocked out. Like it's just me here with the camera, with me checking myself on the. Hey, I'm looking too good, man. Shit. So I'm always putting like this thing on for it to measure me and like not experience or remove from like the real authenticity of this guy here, which is I don't like that thing that they say you are bragging, because what do you mean? You mean you like have nothing that you can celebrate yourself of. So now it's me who's like supposed to feel bad because I am the way I am, because you are not who you believe you should be, because someone put that identity in you. So okay, let me play with them first, because the identity that they put in me makes a lot of sense. So I'll do anything. I'll never even like deviate from the idea that they tell me I am this type of a person, I'm this kind. Because again, the identity makes so much sense in my life that I'm willing to die over everybody and anything that they come against. Like, if you say I'm not that, no, someone said that I was that way. So I don't know, like what you don't see the identity that I was given by this other person that you don't know, that you must conform to because I told you so. And by me looking at you, you should already tell that I am this person because I gave you the identity that someone else gave me, but he didn't give me the explanation of it and didn't like look back like for the big picture of it. Or oh yeah, I just said the booba picture. The booba picture. I mean, what does that one even mean? It's like my picture that is there, but still that is not there. This is what I'm saying. In my podcast, this is not even a podcast. It's mostly a podcast because the audio is clear. At least now that one I earn a mark. It's like a checklist, right? Now put like a tick there, a little green tick. Okay, now we come to the visuals quality. I mean, perfect. You just need like filter here, and you come in bit another one here, and you come post production, and now everything comes to life. And now you are professional now. Everything is on the internet. Now you can come and scroll through boobas. But actually, the main process, this is it now. This is the most rawest form. That's why mostly I stream. And now for the streams, I make sure they are actually raw as fuck, because I know even my raw shit is good fire shit. That's why I can't record something that is bad. And before putting the camera on, there's nothing big that happened on the back process of it. It's just putting the camera on and connecting it to the laptop, and that's it. And making sure that there's a good internet connection, not even a good. Sometimes even like when these shits mess up with me, because this shit I'm talking about, the internet, oh, it can't be seen there. You see, this is the idea that I was saying, that someone gives you an identity, but you don't see it, but now you have to confirm to what they are saying, because it actually is something that was put in there. I don't know why this shit keeps on messing with me, trying to get my hands to pass over the end shit, right? So yeah, that's just the basics. Like now you run the shit with it, and you run every day because that's what now you believe you are. Now it's you now. That's 100% guaranteed. Should be you, because you know only you, right? That's why like once you like try to explore, or when you're exploring, because I don't even believe in the name of trying, but trying is everything, right? Because like when you are trying, like you are meeting everything that is needed there. Like, okay, today I was germinating some seeds, and then I'm like, these seeds need like a little bit of a sunlight, even if it's like one ray or something. Now I'm like, it needs sunlight, but it's still growing, still good. Okay, what does it need? Humus? What is even that? Okay, water, probably, maybe a bigger bowl or a basin, or a plant in grow shade, like a plant in grow seed set up, right? And maybe probably some LED lights, right? You probably get where I'm going with this information. Yeah, so now within no time you like have your big shit going on, and you don't even give a shit about it anymore. So that's the basic now, right? Yeah, hey, that's wise, good. All this a cable, but it's connecting mostly the laptop with my this shit. So it's like parallel connection. Nothing ever gets up. Okay, you have the phone connected to the charge. It should come out as good first of all. So now we're back again. Yeah, it came back. I mean, these things happen, right? And now you deal with them, and now you are back like nothing ever happened. So now, yeah, that's like the basics of this thing. Because today I have actually no idea of doing this shit, but makes no sense for me to be going this hard, right? I mean, why are you going so hard? You should just chill and relax like us. Like, you don't need all that. I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't go that hard. I mean, I wouldn't refuse to. That's why I'm not you. So, that one beats now the bigger picture of it. And now you can tell by how this thing is. The shit is ringing and shit. That one is nothing, but now it's like this one was like the most uncomfortable idea you'll ever hear today, right? Yeah, like it's so uncomfortable that it makes me even like comfortable, like, because it's so much uncomfortable that it gives me comfortability, right? I mean, it doesn't even make sense. But now, there's someone who would say it like it doesn't make sense, but on this other side, it's like shit is making the most sense of it. And then now it's like, okay, run it back. Okay, can you catch the phrase there? There's no phrase to catch because like you already missed it in the first place. So you getting it on the second one. I mean, not even running it back or trying to figure out. Okay, this one can be this good of an idea, but now without considering like putting one thing behind it, it completely sinks the whole thing inside there. Because again, as I said, this thing is all about measure and control, right? That's what they say. Me, I was like, every day, me, every time I was always against that shit. I'm like, no, that's not it. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. So you're telling me like every day to be controlling something that is actually not here, but is, you want me to believe that is there. But now, once I look at it, it doesn't even make sense, or is not there actually, right? So now I have to live like in this good dilemma. I'm just trying to get in the perfect positions that everything else flows. So yeah, like this thing, I have no business going this hard. I don't even know where I'm heading to, but I believe the process. I trust it. That's how it is. Because first of all, I have a process, so it needs to be believed in. Second of all, there's nothing that I can do for me not to believe in the process. third of all, I have no project settings, right? So I can like make them on the way when I'm heading out. The fourth thing is that there's no process. It's just existence, purely like me. I just decided to put the camera on and just talk about anything. Yeah. Mostly I see they call it yapping, right? It is just me just yapping 24/7. It doesn't even need like anybody ears. But now it just wants to feel like the whole algorithm. Why though? Like, you guys mean you're that much idle? Because me, I came to a realization. I was like, shit, people are watching my video. You guys have that's so much time. Because the way I try to make my content so much difficult to understand, someone still tries to figure out a way. Like, okay, I mean, he has a good idea, but let me try to figure it out. Okay, I don't still get it, but I still get it. Okay, just like the topic of awakening, bro. Yeah, I was going all hard, trying to figure out what is this foreign thing that is called awakening. Like, am I really awake? And then I was like, shit. When I'm figuring that out, I was like, shit. So me trying to figure it out, I'm actually asleep. But now if I try not to figure it out, I'm awake now. So it's like, So it's actually the vice versa. This whole thing is all turned down. Like now it's you now to come and flip it over and make it make sense. It's like a flashlight. You point it to the direction where you want it to face, right? Yeah, that's it. And now you have to turn it every day though. That's the saddest part because it's like those CCTV cameras that turn 360. I mean, they return themselves, right? They look at this point, they look at this point. But now, those things, like without the sensors, they couldn't even move or track anybody. That's why, like, when they track you, they stay in that position. That's now how this thing goes. Once you see somebody that is on this other side here without worrying about these other ones, like they are coming up or they are not. So now you're just there, okay, I can get this one. Give me fast. Let me first try to figure this one out. As I get to the other point of it, this one will come and try to be the best of the best that can be for it to come and compare or contrast or actually work together with this other one. And now you're just there. In the process now, you're just you. It's you, right? Measuring all of them at once. But now in a consistent, like in a all good ongoing form. So now it's just be like, I don't like this one, but it made me like get to this one. It made me get to this other side because without it, it wouldn't even make sense. First of all, that's it. Now, once you see that in any process, that's why now you see even the biggest, what I like most like to call it is there. This one, if doesn't exist on this other side, like of the matrix, beam, it's like the LED batteries, right? I'm talking about the remote control batteries. Okay, you have this battery, they've always been there. I've never seen a remote control that uses actually charging. Probably they are there, but I'm talking about what I've not seen and what I've seen. So now, that's how I look at it as, right? If they have like the full battery, the AAA, the small one, they always consider the remote batteries. People don't even know like the markings underneath there. They don't know what the name means. The AAA is the smallest, and you have now the double. This is the bigger one. I mean, probably I got it wrong. Probably it's the vice versa. If I'm saying this shit is all vice versa, you have to turn it back around so that it makes sense to you in a way that is not actually self-defeating to your knowledge process or your thought process, whatever you guys call your intelligent measure or probably IQ. I don't know. That's how it is. But now when you are looking back at some things that actually are not there, but you see them yourself. Nobody else sees them as you see them. I know you're just, okay. I love the idea of this one, but it needs a little bit of tweaking. But now, who's going to tweak it? Okay, I noticed the tweaking. Why don't I just tweak it myself and now leave the rest of the idea for it to just flow? And I'll even forget about it when I'm tweaking about it. Now I'll start reminiscing or thinking about the other things that I'll be probably tweaking in the next second or hour or a minute. That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm here, I actually have the most time possible to give or to receive. I mean, yeah, it's all about transaction, right? That's why you can try, okay, you need this product, I need to exchange it with this, or I need to pay or do this one with it. Yeah, just like how it is in the streets, right? If you need this one thing, you have to pay for it. Okay, but what are you paying for? You have like to look at the best shape, at the best color, at the best product possible in the wise setting that you envision it in your brain for it to be perfect, right? So now, yeah, so it's just comparison, trial and error. You doing this, trying to come up with a good thing that actually makes sense. Sometimes you even find yourself rhyming in the mix, and then you're like, you cut yourself. You're like, oh, I shouldn't even rhyme this one. I mean, let me just do this one fast a bit. And now, if I don't like whine it that much, that's how it is. I know. So like when I get closer to the mic, it actually reveals the real me. But I said there's no mic, yeah? Yeah, I said that, but you are not on my setup. You can't see like what I'm talking about is the mic. So as I'm saying, what happens on this side, like you don't actually know what happens until you get on this side. So now you can try now to bring up beautiful little ideas there. You can incorporate it in any way that you want. Like, you see, that's what I was saying about audio production, which was the biggest and actually the hottest invention in the like technology industry. Because can you imagine turning like electrical signals into actual vocals that sounds insanely rich? And right now AI has even like voiceovers. You train that shit to sound like you with the right intonation, and that it doesn't stop, even the right pacing, the rhythm, and also the words that you tell it like to speak out louder for. So like that's genius actually. I mean, you are looking at genius in the wrong ways. First of all, acknowledge that, because there was a time that I told myself I'm not going to ever touch the internet like without understanding how the music works, not even music, how the voice works. Like you trying to convert these foreign frequencies into this good cohesive thing, and you can even boost it up, make it louder, make it even change in the pitch and the tone and everything. I'm like, shit, that's what I needed to know. But in the back of my mind, I had everything that I wanted, but I just wanted to confirm the whole process of it. So now I'm just there chilling. Okay, it makes like a lot of sense for this one, but um it will be a big process for me trying to learn, and that's how it is. Like nobody never learned, so now I can't say like I actually learned the whole thing so that now I can try and mess around with whatever I want. No, I just the basics. It's not even learning, it's just you observing how people do it, and then in the next process you are just there for you yourself. You're not even breaking the bank or anything. You're just there chilling. I mean, you can do anything that you want. Mostly I call it the praising the gods on the workmanship. Yeah, man, that's a word that I created, but hey, that's a genius. Hey, you mean this guy can do these things? Like, this guy is even surprised that he can do this thing. He doesn't even know that these things exist or anyway. It's just like him just being here chilling, right? See, this is how I look at myself now in the mirror. Yeah, not in the mirror, in the reflection. The reflection is actually the same as a mirror, or what is actually a mirror. It's a reflection, right? Yeah. just like when you have something now, like you put it like this, now it reflects. Now the palm, this is the reflection now. Okay, this is how the one on the other side sees a reflection as. On my side, this is my reflection. If I'm not actually looking at the camera, this is my reflection. It makes a lot of sense, but it still doesn't make sense still. But I feel like it's so real. There's so much to learn here, because even when I was doing like animation and shit, like the human anatomy, bro, like you have to know how these hands move so that you can animate them perfectly. Like if you are going like in the old ways of, because some things the AI can't do, and some things you just need them to look exactly the way that you want. You see, perfection, always wanting like everything to be right and for it to look how you actually need it to look. I mean, it's not wrong, right? But now AI can just do that in seconds. Like, okay, I need this hand to move like the little pinky alone and leave like the other one up like this, the middle finger. Now it generates you something like this. Yeah. So now we move on, which is a bit crazy. As I said right now, like this whole language shit is so rich that I'll paint a picture in your head, like without you actually worrying about it, or without you getting involved in any way, because it's a picture that I painted for myself. So now what happens? It's just a picture that I mirror on this side and this other side. So now it all adds up and comes up to be this big one picture that doesn't need any painting. But if I have the crayons, as I said, like life is like an empty slate, where mostly I call it like not a template even. A template is the most common term that is used right now. So if you actually need anything on the internet and you don't know what to search for, like the general term for it, just search. Okay, like this is a stream. If you don't actually want to use the AI to generate it, but you want it to be like continuously moving, search it as a template. It's an empty slate that you can actually rewrite or edit it later to fit your own thoughts and actual representations of what is or was actually intended for, but now with your own taste. I mean, it's just you trying to measure these things so that now they come to form this whole bigger picture of paradigm, something that is still there, but you can't actually figure it out because it's still there. But I mean, the bats are main, right? Yeah, the bats will always be main. Not considering like on the weekends. Like, I mean, that's how it is, right? Yeah. So I try so much to try to figure out what actually the meaning of this whole thing is, but I just got tired because there is no meaning. It's like I give you an empty slate and you still like find a meaning to this empty slate. No, just draw a meaning on it. Just take, this is the template that you are given, something that was pre-programmed, right? So now you have to reprogram it according to how you need the template to look like. That's how I look at the human mind, the paradigm, the perfect thing that was created is always, you know, that even a fly, if it passes here on the like on the screen, the brain will detect it and it will not even move the eye to look at it, but the brain will know and it will reflect. It's like, okay, there's something there. So there's some disturbance going on here on this side, but now not on this side because this side is clear, I can see it, but I'm not paying attention to it. But once I look on this other side, I can see there's some little bit of a ticklish moment. I mean, and that's a crazy word to use. It's called ticklish. Yeah. So yeah, like it's not even something that you can even pay attention to or something that you can measure like in kgs, in pounds, or in anything. Yeah, just like height. I don't even know how my height is. Probably 6'2". I don't know. Like, but I measured my like kgs the other time. Damn, I reduced like crazy. But now, who can ride like for 4 hours non-stop and not lose some weight? Even if, bro, I'll tell you now, I was fat as fuck. At least now I came to shit. Now I'm even feeling better. Like, I even feel like more swift and shit. Just yesterday, it was around probably midnight. I went out for morning run when I was going to buy some coffee somewhere. So now I was like, shit. I mean, I'm all free and shit. So what else can I do that is keeping me from being bored? I just decided to run. Right? I just ran to the store there, went and bought what I was buying, and came back running. And I was like, shit, I took like less than 5 minutes, bro. Should point me like to the Olympics, man. Like, these legs are out of reach, are out of compromise, right? The brain itself, the will, the grit to keep going. You can't touch it. This one is like something when you are considering like two different scenarios. Let's say like you can play football and you can play badminton, right? And that's a crazy game, but that makes sense. I mean, if you're actually good at badminton, because I used to play badminton, I used to play tennis, I used to play football, I used to play volleyball, I used to run, I used to play okay, it was so many things. It's not that I used to play, so now I put them on the side. No, I can still play them. But now, you see, now as I was saying, now on this other side, now I'm practicing these other things too. Those ones fully mastered, no problem with them. This other side, okay, that one might be a bit tricky, but that's what now I'm here for, right? It gets better every day when I'm practicing. Okay, let me try this one. It might be a bit of a cheeky situation. Okay, let me try this other one too, right? Yeah, it's the different flavors, and when you combine them now, they come and add up to this one whole big thing. And now it's like food and spicing, right? Let's pick an example of like pasta. That's a weak ass food, not a weak ass food, because some cultures actually identify with those type of foods, right? I mean, who doesn't enjoy them as like a quick snack? You want me to say like steak, eggs, right? Something like that? No, I just wanted like something out of the blue, something you can never think of, like I was saying. Or so you're like, oh shit, he said pasta and all that, beef, chicken. He didn't say dairy. He didn't say these good things that we eat on a daily, or that things that we aspire to eat. No, like as I say, this is always about me, right? It's my own opinion. That's my how my mind or my voice works all in common. They connected somehow. I mean, you might not get it, but once you do, it's like the best of the best. But I'm saying like you don't actually need anything for it to work, so that now you can come back and say, oh, this is what I did and now it worked. No, there's no script, as I said. So you just raw dog everything. That's how it is. So now, just like the topic of condoms, how they say like the condoms, like you have to put it so that you don't get this infection. And I'm like, who put the infection there so that you can compare it to the CDs now? I'm like, shit, this is all a game, as I was saying, right? Yeah. So now you're like, okay, what else is not true now? Now you try now. Now your mind actually evolves in unlearning everything that you have learned. And now whole flavors now come in. Because if your shit is full, you have to go and let it out. Just like the brain. If your brain is full and is thinking full of shit, empty it, replace a new one. Just like pampers on a baby. I mean, right now the babies were put on pampers, right? It was earlier on, it was actually napkins and shit. Yeah. So you would shit on your shit. I know your mother somewhere, or someone, or probably your worker. This one you used to call aunties now, which are now your botches and shit. You come and wash your little bit of tiny prudent, yeah, it's a crazy name. What do they even? But they sound good. I don't know. but they sound good, right? You can just throw a word in there because it sounds good in a way. Now, if you get what I mean with the context that I'm going, that's how it is. So now you're living, just experiencing everything without actually having judgment over anything. But now you make it so much fun that it comes out as a insult or something, right? I mean, what I said back there, you can run it back and figure out what I'm trying to say, but that's just my voice. That's not my voice. That's my point of view. I mean, I can't actually reject my voice because I have none, right? I don't have any of it. But when you are putting in practice that the only thing that you can do and the only thing that you cannot do, now you put like a borderline at the center. So every time now you'll be just be thinking, okay, let me do this. But before I do it, there's this thing, other thing that I can't do, and this, and now it comes, and I know you are fucked. There's nothing now you are going to do after. So just chill. I mean, that's what I was saying. The best ideas come when you are actually chill. It might sound like a taboo or something, but that's how it is most of the time. And now, considering or looking back at everything that it is actually the present day continuation, is actually never quitting or consistently pressuring or road dogging it as it is without looking at the impacts or the outcomes that will come later and you being ready to deal with them as they come, because you know they will, but you're not tied to be okay, they will always will come, but you know that you don't know anything. So if they come, that's good. If they don't, that's a win state. So now we can concentrate on other things rather than stay on this one here that now keeps you stuck in everything. So now it's like a big paradigm of switches. You can switch it, you can play with this one on this side, you can even play and tweak this one to come and get it and put like a bigger picture to it. And now you come and blend them, it's like the squeezing of the bread, right? I saw this eating competition where someone has like a bread that is fully packaged in everything, and now it just takes the paper wrap and tears it and just presses against the bread, just eats it, and now just drinks coffee like after the second bite, not at the first one. That's how crazy someone is. So you squeeze everything out until it makes sense to you. Others even take the liquid or the coffee or the tea, they pour on top. They pour on top of it. Now it becomes soft. Now it's like they're just like, you see how toilet paper is when you put it in water. Now that's the food now. So it's just like this. You can even throw it up and wait and eat it like in a way. It makes a lot of sense though, but you see, that's how good you should be in any way. I mean, this shit, I don't know how much I'm going on for, but I need to do some shit. Yeah, I have like 12 minutes left. 12? Yeah, 12 minutes. I was about to say 38 and then I remember there's some things that I am going to do right now, but I have no pressure for that. You see, I just know, okay, I have that one in mind. So now what? I just said it. So when that time reaches, I mean, the brain just adapts normally. That's what I'm saying. Normalize, like voicing out the little bit of things that you have in your mind so that they can free up that space and give space for new things that are coming in. Because you don't know what is coming in, right? I might be sitting like this and then something just happens. I don't know what will happen. Like I may decide, oh shit, let me drink some water. And then I drink some water because I didn't plan for it. Now I just voiced it out and now the brain just subconsciously triggered me to do it. So yeah, that's how you do it. There's no bigger picture of it, and one of the biggest things that you can try to do right now is like question everything, right? Yeah, That that one I talked about it, but who cares? I mean, if you are watching this, that means you have nothing else to do. So I can voice out as many things as I want, right? Yeah. That's not the basic, as I'm saying, right? I can just do anything that I want right now because there is like no limitation to anything. I might even decide like I'm going to sleep after this video and I'm going to sleep very peacefully, but who I am, I must go out first. That's the main cause. It brightens me up like, okay, what I've actually worked in for. I got to celebrate because right now, as I'm working on through it, I'm celebrating in the process, right? You can tell by just how this shit moves. There's no actual path or actual like way for you to use it through and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this other one too, and this one. Don't even forget the bigger one here. So now it's just like it's nothing big, but now considering you're doing it actually genuinely and only doing it for yourself, right? That's the only thing that you can do it perfectly now. Let me see this shit. That video ended. Why is it posting like that? Like crazy shit. Yeah, the flashlight is off still. Yeah, but it looks good still like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, huh? It needs the best of the best, huh? Someone who doesn't give a shit if it's off or on or what's not. Just it will just turn on like with the power of the gods, which is the gods, the person who controls it, right? Yeah, I'm seeing even like the lights are even getting off here, so that one might be a pretty good end point because I don't see anything else here, and if there is, I would have probably voiced it out, but now, yeah, I have to go, man.